Hello, 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 Mosaic Souls. Hello, Mosaic Souls. This is Rachael Alexander, artist and Mosaic Soul Mentor, aka Spiritual Life, Wellness, and Business Coach here at Divine Earth School. And today I wanted to talk about how to know if you're ready for coaching, right? Who are the best people who see actual results from our coaching programs here at Divine Earth School? So the reason why I want to talk about this is that not everyone is ready for coaching, and that's perfectly fine. And so I just kind of want to give a roadmap, or if you will, or just sort of baseline foundations for who actually sees the best results for a coach, right? Trait number one is that you are not involved in an intimately or any other close relationship where you have to see this person over and over again. Toxic relationship, right? So you're not in a toxic relationship with a partner or any of that. And the reason why this is important is because if we're working together to help build your self-confidence, to help build your self-worth, but every time you go home or every time you are being influenced on an everyday basis, or even just, it could be less frequent than that, but let's say a weekly basis, and you're being inundated with sort of toxic behavior, right, that erodes your self-worth, all the work that we're going to be doing, it just kind of defeats the purpose, right? So you're just going to be re-traumatizing yourself over and over and over because you haven't removed yourself from that situation, right? So if you are involved in an intimate relationship where the partner is toxic, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional abuse consistently, then you are probably not a good fit for coaching. I definitely recommend those of you who are in that situation to seek therapy, to seek actual medical help, and to seek, if you need to get the police involved, definitely seek that type of help. But if you're in that type of situation, you're probably not in a place to actually receive coaching and actually see lasting results, right? Second trait is that you are stable in other main areas of your life, right? So you got the food, you got the basic Maslow hierarchy of needs down pack, right? You got food, you got shelter, you got clothing, right? Your financial situation is situated, right? You're not wondering where your next meal is going to come from, and you're not struggling to make ends meet, right? When you're in that sort of situation, not to say that, coaching can't help, but in general, when we're doing deep inner work, you don't want to be worrying about bills or other things like that, right? You want to be in a safe place where you have the space and the fortitude to actually do the deep inner healing work, right? So my clients who come to me, they usually already have all these other things set in place, right? They have the house, they have the food, the shelter, they have the career locked. They're usually high achievers, so they have achieved some level of outward success. So none of that is in the way of them being able to actually do this deep inner healing work. So that's the second trait. The third trait is that you've done some therapy and or have no major mental health issues. And if you have mental health issues, you can identify any current issues and that you're already currently working with an actual therapist to resolve those. The reason why this is important is because a very important distinction is because when you are in a mental health issue crisis, right? A coach is not a therapist. A coach is very different from a therapist. Therapists usually provide drugs. They can provide, talk therapy and other things like that, where you're usually digging into your past and you're uncovering, trauma and stuff like that and all that good stuff. Now, as a trauma-informed coach, right, we do dabble in that, but I am not a licensed therapist, right? So as a coach, we're focusing on helping you to create new habits, new behaviors, new things of that nature towards the future. It's towards your future self. So a coach, the difference between a coach and a therapist is a therapist is usually going to be able to hear your childhood stories and, hear you rant and vent and stuff like that, which is helpful, right? To get that out, get that energy moving, right? But a coach is going to say, okay, so you're here now. Where do you want to be? Let's do the things that we need to do to get you to where you want to be. And if you haven't really taken care of those, let's say it is a drastic mental health issue like bipolar disorder, or, depression, or anxiety to the point of not being able to function, then you're not going to be in a safe space or within yourself to even do that deep inner healing work, right? At least for our programs here at Divine Earth School. And then the fourth trait is that you have time and willingness to do the deep healing work necessary to change your life and get results. So I'm not really asking you to do hard things. Most of the things that I'm walking my clients through are very simple things, right? But change is often uncomfortable and unfamiliar at first. So if there's not a willingness to do the work, you won't get the results, period. I can hold your hand till you're blue in the face, or I can, check in with you, give you the support, all the support that we give in our programs, right? I can give you the tools, the knowledge, the learning, the videos, the audios, the meditations, and all the stuff that we do. But if you're not in a place of willingness to do the work and to actually get the results, then you're not going to see any results, because there is a block within you because you don't think it's valuable and you don't think it's worth it, right? And then I would just say the fifth one is that you see the value in coaching. You see the value in not just knowing something intellectually. We are in the information age where you can literally Google anything. You can buy a book on everything to learn how to do things. So what is the value of a coach? What is the value that coaching brings? Coaching brings accountability, not only accountability and information, but it brings you that support system where you are being able to be immersed into an environment and into basically an environment where you have the support system to create the results that you want. If you think about us as children, we learn from our parents, we learn from mimicking, we learn from other people who are doing things, right? We might get the wrong blueprint or whatever from our parents, but that's how we learn, through immersion, right? And so being with a coach and hiring a coach is going to give you that opportunity to shift your behaviors, to shift your patterns, to shift your emotional set point, so that your emotional base point, so that you are moving and operating in the world in a different way. And that is really what the value of a coach is that accountability piece to actually help you implement the knowledge. It's one thing to know that, oh yes, I am codependent, or I really struggle with self-work, or my inner critic is just off the chain, and versus actually doing something about it and shifting your inner world, right? You can know something until you're blue in the face, but if you don't do anything different, then you're not going to get the result, right? So the fifth trait is that they actually see the value in coaching and what they can bring, what that can bring to their lives, right? So those are really just the 5 traits that are very necessary to know if you're ready for transformational coaching, and who actually sees the best results from our programs here at Divine Earth School. So if you're ready to actually, if those traits sound like you, then definitely I invite you to book a complimentary discovery call at divineearthschool.com/call to book your complimentary discovery call. The link will be in the chat below. And go ahead and book that call, and on that call together we'll work to find out what's going on in your life, what patterns and behaviors are operating in your life, and who do you want to be, and sort of map out a blueprint. And if that blueprint includes working with me and or my team, then we will invite you to work with us at a deeper way. If not, that's okay. There's no high pressure sales tactics. We're really literally here to serve. And usually it's going to be the best 45 to 60 minutes of your life, because you are actually getting someone to actually look at this aspect of your life that you probably have never been able to either voice or even given yourself a chance to look at this aspects of your life. So definitely visit us at divineearthschool.com/call to book your complimentary call, and you have a wonderful day. I will speak to you guys next time. Peace, love, and light.